Big Mike. Listen, man,
Yo,
it's so good to be back, bro. We took a couple of weeks off, taking care of personal business, family business, and so on. But we back at it, baby.
yes,
Chicago
sir. You
White
already
Sox
know.
Central, Chicago Cubs Central. This is our crosstown conversation, and we got bad news coming from the World Baseball Classic for both Chicago White Sox and Chicago Cubs. We're gonna get into all of the topics right after the intro.
Welcome to the number one place for all Chicago baseball. Let's start the show.
I be forgetting that old when you got to click it back off. It don't go off by itself. But look, man, it's good to see you, Big Mike. How you been, brother?
What's up, brother, man? It's good to see you too, man. You already know I can't call it, man. Blessed and highly favored, brother. How about yourself, man? How are you?
Same, man. Just been taking care of family business the last couple of weeks, but we
Yes,
about to
sir.
get into the nitty gritty of the baseball season, bro. Like next Thursday is
Yeah,
opening day, so
yeah,
we this is gonna be our last full week without Major League Baseball. Spring training is gonna be wrapping up soon, but
yep,
we're gonna get right into the major topic, man. Seiya Suzuki suffered an injury at the World Baseball Classic yesterday, and for the Chicago White Sox, Kyle Teal suffered a grade 2 hamstring injury. And before you talk about Saya, I know that Kyle is expected to be out 4 to 6 weeks, and he seems upbeat about it though. He's saying that he wants to be stronger than he was before once he gets back. It doesn't matter if
sure.
it's 3 weeks, 4 to 6 weeks, whatever. He's going to put in the work to come back stronger. But that's good news for Corey Lee though, because I was thinking that he wasn't going to make the roster because teams don't really carry three catchers. Now he's definitely
Unless
going
you're
to
the
be,
Cubs.
but he's definitely going to be on the team now. Edgar Quero and Corey Lee are going to pick up the slack while Kyle Teal is gone. But tell me a little bit more about Seiya Suzuki's injury yesterday.
Yeah, so Seiya Suzuki, while sliding into second base, looked like he landed really hard when he dropped down to try to slide, and he was helped off the field. He was seen limping. You immediately text me like, bro, Suzuki hurt. I'm like, bro, I'm watching. I'm like, oh no, man, like we can't have that right now, especially with the expectation that Suzuki is in a contract year. Suzuki is expected with the new ABS challenge system to win a lot of challenges and to take a lot more walks this season and to be a major impact player for the Chicago Cubs this coming season. So this is big news, man, for the Chicago Cubs, for the team. Nobody is excited about this. Craig Counsell had this to say. This is reported from Elise Miniker. She works for Marquee Sports Network, the Chicago Cubs channel. She says, Craig Counsell had this to say. He said, we need to see him. He's on a flight back here, land sometime later today, late this afternoon. I think it's going to take us through tomorrow, probably to figure out, to get our hands on Seiya and to see what's going on. I think it's just best we wait and see and let our doctors and trainers take a look at him and see what's going on. So Seiya did not go undergo any type of testing before leaving Miami. So again, he was having a killer World Baseball Classic. He had a 2-run homer in the game the day before, and he was really showing up big for Team Japan in the World Baseball Classic. And we were hoping, and I had done episodes where we were talking about this carrying over into the regular season for Seiya and him just being able to hone this and really take advantage of it when it comes to playing for the Cubs this season. Because make no mistake about it, if Seiya Suzuki has a major season for the Chicago Cubs, he is going to get paid.
Yeah, he's going to get paid regardless. I think he's going to have a great season. And back to Kyle Till, I mean, nobody expected Italy to be where they are right now with regard to the World Baseball Classic. Him and Sam Antonacci been over there taking care of business, and of course, Matt Mooney is taking care of business as well for Japan. He did hit a grand slam. Now he's only batting about 200. He was. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
they lost last night. Uh-oh. U.S. just hit another home run.
Ooh, hit
Now
this
they
one.
up 2-1. Let me see who did it. Roman Anthony.
Okay.
Now they both solo home runs, but now the U.S. is up 2-1 on the Dominican Republic. And I think
Yeah.
people probably thought that the DR. I know I thought the DR was going to run roughshod all over the United States the way they've been killing
Yeah.
everybody. But that just goes to show you that when you play a team just as talented or as professional as you are, it's going to be a dogfight. Still a long way to go. It's the top of the fourth inning. Aaron Judge is going to get in on the action too. But back to Kyle Teal.
Yeah.
I think the Chicago White Sox are still in a good spot though with Edgar
Yeah,
Quero
absolutely.
and Corey Lee. And Corey Lee, he's 27 and out of options, so he would
Hmm.
probably waiver wire and get snatched up by a team immediately. Just based on he hit a 450-foot home run yesterday. That dude has
Yeah.
power. He's probably better at throwing runners out than Kyle Teal is as well from the
Yeah.
backstop. So I'm excited to see what happens when Kyle Teal comes back now. Like, what are they going to do? Because are they going to they can't send Corey Lee back to the minors. So I just don't understand what they plan on doing with him. Like
So
they're
you
going to
you
probably
look.
keep him.
Yeah, you're either looking at keeping them or you're looking at trading them. Probably more than likely. And again, like you said, if he is this weapon for the White Sox, then they probably will keep him, or at least until the deadline. And then for a team that's short of a catcher, you guys could pick up a prospect or two based off of his developments and the things that he did. Or if let's just say, because I mean, let's just be honest, the spot is Kyle Tills when he comes back. It just is.
Right.
But there is no conversation around, hey, why not carry three catchers? And because, like I said, if one of those guys, or if Kyle Till wants to come back and maybe ease into it, he could
Mm-hmm.
DH for a little bit, for you guys, and then move into that role from there, back into catching from there. But Bruce Levine has something actually very interesting to say when covering this. He said that he doesn't think that if Kyle Till was playing in Arizona for spring training, or in Florida for spring training, that he would have got injured like this. He said, but he was trying to run this out because it was the World Baseball Classic,
Right.
which actually leads to a conversation that I feel like needs to be had, because both teams are thoroughly being affected by these injuries. These are two big pieces of both these teams. One's the captain on one, and one's the best pure hitter on the other. So you look at this and you say to yourself, should they consider moving the World Baseball Classic either to right after the season ends, or something like that, where if the injury happens, say December versus March, it doesn't affect teams as much, because these injuries would have been all healed up and guys still would have been ready to go for opening day. What are your thoughts on that, Kev?
Yeah, I mean, I heard somebody say, I think it was on 670 The Score, they were saying maybe they should even do it in the summer, which I disagree with. I don't think you should have a
Mm-hmm.
stoppage to Major League Baseball or take major players off your team so that they can go play for the USA, for Team USA.
Right.
But right after the season, as grueling as the baseball season is,
Mm-hmm.
if they did something like this, around the Thanksgiving holiday or something, I don't know, because then you're competing with football, you're competing with basketball too. I mean, right now
Right.
you're just competing with basketball, but at that point of the year, you're going to be competing with pretty much everything: college football, college basketball, basketball in general, the NFL. So I don't know. Like, I think where it is right now might be the best place for it to be, and the risk is what it is. Like, it's sports. Regardless if they play in December, November, or February, March, things happen. Like, what the risks are, and you just hope that your players come back healthy and whole. But the reality is, Kyle Till and Seiya Suzuki, they're not the only ones to go down with injuries. The other teams have players who've gotten hurt throughout this process, and
Sure.
it's just the risk, man. It's just the risk of playing. Like, it's just how it goes.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, we want to safeguard our players and wrap players and say, well, no, if you're signed to this big, huge contract in Major League Baseball, then you can't go play in the WBC. But in all honesty, the type of baseball that they're playing right now, I think translates well over into the MLB season. I think that playing meaningful baseball, because let's be honest, spring training is not meaningful baseball.
No.
I mean, like I said, and again, just like Bruce Levine said, these guys don't be hustling out there. They could care less about spring training. Spring training is more so for the guys that are trying to get a roster spot, or guys that are trying to show that they need to be called up from double A to triple A or triple A to the majors. Those
And you
is
know what's
really for those
crazy?
guys.
I think some of these players at the World Baseball Classic have played their way onto teams.
Agreed.
And
Thousand percent.
they've earned contracts. I mean, and I saw a little bit of Sam Antonacci in spring training. He hit a home run against the Cubs. I think that first spring training game, he did this crazy bat flip. So he's hyped up at all times. Like you just hit a spring training home run and you flipped the bat like it was in the World Series game.
Right.
But seeing how he's been playing for Team Italy, bro, has been very, very impressive. And not just him, but some of these pitchers that are out there doing their thing for their different respective countries. I love what I've seen from the World Baseball Classic. Honestly, it's giving an October feel, and we're in March. And I've been watching baseball every day for the last 2 weeks and enjoying myself. I don't even know half of these players. I think one of these dudes was an electrician. He was out there striking out Japanese batters, and it's crazy to see, man. People coming from their day job to go. We had when Brazil lost to United States, they had 19-year-olds out there striking out Aaron Judge. What was his name? Jose Contreras' son was out there doing this thing. Like you got to see, and I've really been enjoying the DR, man. Like obviously they're ops right now. They're playing against the United States, but just watching their energy and their love for the sport and how everything that they do is a celebration, whether it's a base hit, whether you get hit by a pitch, whether you hit a home run, of course, these guys are out there having a blast, and it looks joyful. So I've been enjoying the World Baseball Classic, and I hope all of the people that follow us on Chicago White Sox Central and Chicago Cubs Central have taken an opportunity to at least watch some of what these guys have been doing because they've been putting on a show.
Absolutely, man. Like I said, this World Baseball Classic really hit it off to me a couple of years ago, where I really started paying attention. And like I said, and now that especially that there are Cubs players in there playing on the team, PCA will be a regular for the foreseeable future, playing in the World Baseball Classic. Probably Alex Bregman might get another year too. But yeah, man, and like
both
I said,
of them have been like PCA was the reason that the Chicago USA won the other day.
Exactly, bro. Like I said, so for me, I've thoroughly enjoyed what these guys have brought to the table as far as how they move, how PCA is going about the business, and like being around every day around somebody like Aaron Judge, I think does nothing but instill in him that leadership. Like I love the fact that he's playing with guys that are the faces of the league. You know, him and Paul Skeens have a long history. Have played on the same team together pretty much all their lives. You know, like I said, those guys paired with Aaron Judge, paired with, a veteran like Clayton Kershaw, who just finished his time with the team and is officially retired. You know, all of that stuff does nothing but lend to the leader that PCA is about to become for the Chicago Cubs and just how important he is for this team. So again, I'm excited, man. I can't be nothing but happy about what's going on with the Chicago Cubs and with PCA and with his play. Bregman also being a leader in the clubhouse like he is for the Cubs, being a leader for the clubhouse and on Team USA too. Again, like I said, the World Baseball Classic is very important. I do think moving it maybe to January might help benefit, like I said, because think about if Kyle Till got injured in January versus
he'd be ready for opening day.
Yeah.
I think this experience for PCA and for Munetaka Murakami, it's invaluable for both of them. Like PCA is probably going to have like a Derrick Rose type season. You remember when D Rose went to Team USA and he came back better. He came back better. He went and won a gold medal, came back better. He also, PCA has an opportunity to win the MVP this season. He had an MVP first half last season. If he can have a complete season, he'll definitely be in that conversation. There was a moment where Munitaka was standing next to Otani with his bat, and he had his arms a certain type of way, and Otani was just like giving him pointers on where to put his elbow, where to put his hands on the bat, and very next at bat he hit a grand slam.
Yep,
like
it's those moments.
Right, man. Like to be around the greats is going to rub off and carry over into the season. So, like, and I don't even know what the Chicago White Sox are going to do with Sam Antonacci because he's not going to make the roster, even though he's playing really, really well. He's not gonna supplant Chase Maedroff at second base. So, like, I just don't know. He's gonna go down to the majors and tear it up down there because I think he's gonna have a great season as well, man. So it's been fun. It's been really, really fun watching the World Baseball Classic, despite the injuries to if you're just joining us, despite the injuries to Seiya Suzuki. What type of injury did Seiya have? An ankle injury?
It was something with his leg. They haven't necessarily said exactly what, and they're going to keep hush about it. I think, like I said, that's the one thing. That's the one problem I have with the Chicago Cubs. They usually are very hush about stuff like this until it really goes wrong or really goes left. So we'll have to see.
Well, best Godspeed to him and to Kyle Till. But baseball's on the horizon, y'all. Opening day is March 26th. I'm definitely gonna take off work that day and definitely go live for the game, for the opening day game for the White Sox.
Same for me on the Cubs.
They play the Milwaukee Brewers. Who you guys open the season with?
Nationals.
Oh, the Nationals. What time is y'all's game?
1:20. I think we're the only 1:20 game on
so you guys
opening
are gonna
day.
be you guys are gonna be early. So I'm pretty sure the White Sox are gonna be like 6 o'clock. Let me go look real quick.
Yeah, we will kick off the season as per usual. Like I said, you will get Chicago Cubs baseball.
Oh no, the White Sox are at 1:10.
Oh, okay. And you know what? It might be league wide 1:10 then. If that's the case, so let me see.
Because the Pirates and Mets to go at 12:15. The White Sox and Brewers at 1:10. You guys are at 1:20.
Yep.
Then so we're gonna be.
It's a bunch of 3:10 games. Yep. Yeah. So no. Actually, the Pirates kick off the season against the Mets, and that's going to be on NBC and Peacock and MLB TV. You can watch Cubs Nationals on Marquee, but don't do that. Come on over to Chicago Cubs Central and watch the game with me. I will be live for the game, so you don't want to miss that.
So one of us ain't gonna be live then because the games aren't at the same time. I guess I'll just do a free game.
Well, if you want to go live, I'll just go live on the StreamYard and whatnot. I don't after what happened last year when I was getting ready to go live on during Cubs.
Don't even talk about that. Man, that was wild.
Yeah, I'm not using that no more. I'm cool. I just type it in.
Right. That was a wild experience, man. You guys are at home too, so I definitely wanted you to make sure that you're live for sure. Because it's your season opener and your home opener. So
listen,
I'm looking forward to it.
Opening day, mark this down. I'm begging the White Sox to take 2 of 3 against the Brewers.
I almost
want to put money on it. Go ahead and start the season off right for the Chicago Cubs. Take 2 or 3 from the Brewers. That's all I'm asking.
Yes, sir. All right, we're going to get up out of here. We appreciate the love and support, man. Appreciate you guys for rocking with us. You know where to find me, Big Kev from the Shy, Big Kev from DACHI on all social media. Then you can hit up soxcentralpod@gmail.com. And then you can follow the rest of the Chi-Town Sports family too, man. We don't just do baseball. A lot of Bears content coming later this week with Mock Draft 2.0. Follow, type in your favorite Chicago sports team and just put the word Central behind it, and you will find one of us. You got NBA Central, NFL Central, and the Shy Bulls podcast with the Cognac Boys, C-Dub and Bobby. So it's gonna be a fun experience, man. Appreciate you guys, Big Mike, man. I appreciate you, gang.
Yes, bro. As always, man. Happy to be back doing the show with you. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Oh yeah. So we'll be back next week. We'll try to do this once a week. I'm not sure. My schedule changes every few months, Mike. So hopefully we still be able to do it on Sundays, though.
Yep, for sure. We'll make it happen, man. But listen, we appreciate y'all. Make sure you guys tune in all week long for the episodes. And until next time, go Cubs, go. Peace.
Yes, sir. I'm be holding it down for the South Side. Y'all know what it is. Peace.
This has been a presentation of the Breaks